My point is, we're going to want to win so badly. We're going to want to beat Biden and the Democrats in 2024 that we won't nominate Trump because we want to win. The new swing voter in American politics is the suburban voter. And it's really clear the suburban voter doesn't like Trump, but they like Republicans. So I think anybody not named Trump, I think, is so much more likely to win the White House for us. And it's sort of like what the Democrats did. They went from Dean to John Kerry in 2004. They went from Bernie to Hillary in 2016. They went from Bernie and Elizabeth Warren to Joe Biden to win in 2020. I think the same thing's going to be for us. We're going to want to win the White House so badly and beat the Democrats. And we know we're so much more likely to lose with Trump because of the fact that he's not popular with suburban voters.
Remember him? Paul Ryan, the former Speaker of the House, has reemerged on the scene to offer his predictions for where the GOP is headed in their electoral strategy leading up to the election of 2024. And it's remarkably similar to the one he made in 2016. He was not welcoming of the Trump wing of the party and essentially ostracized himself in the wake of Trump's nomination. The split really happened after Trump's infamous locker room talk comments right before the election, and ever since, Paul Ryan has taken a serious backseat in national politics as the GOP has gone full Trump. Ryan has been saying the same thing for years, only to be shown time and time again that the GOP is the party of Trump. But is he now finally right? His main point that, quote, the new swing voter in American politics is the suburban voter. And it's really clear the suburban voter doesn't like Trump, but they like Republicans. Ryan is perhaps the first top-tier Republican to outright state that Trump should not and will not be the party's nominee. And I think that while this prediction is likelier than it has been in the past few years, I'm not so sure that his theory of suburban voters holds up. When you talk to voters, even these suburban ones Ryan is so convinced hate Trump, it doesn't seem immediately clear that they have moved on.
Doug Mastriano was at the insurrection and he was photographed breaching one of the restricted areas. Is that okay?
Which area? Because I saw a video where Capitol officers were taking away barriers and unlocking doors for people. So, I mean,
they opened the gates.
So it shouldn't be disqualifying for an elected official if they participated in January 6th?
He didn't strike anybody. He didn't hurt anybody.
And the only one that died was a protester there, not a Capitol police officer.
Unarmed female veteran.
That's the only one that died.
So this is a focus group of swing state Pennsylvania Trump voters, emphatically, if not nominally, showing their support for Trumpism and January 6th. I'm not convinced that the majority of the right is ready to let go of Donald just yet. If we learned anything from his campaigns and his presidency, he will do anything to obtain and maintain power, whether it's legal or not. Of course, we all know the leading frontrunner behind the Donald is Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida, who looks poised to pretty handily win re-election. But Ryan also mentions Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin, former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, and of course former Vice President Mike Pence as some potential nominees. So my sort of non-answer to this whole thing is that I think Paul Ryan is right that the momentum seems to be swinging away from Trump on the national level. But when you actually talk to voters and see what their interests are and what sort of news they're consuming on a day-to-day basis, they're still very much in support of Trump. But what do you think? Are we in for another Trump campaign in 2024? Or have we actually finally reached the end of the age of the Donald? Thanks so much for watching. You can follow me on all platforms at Caro Johnson 917.